I just had kind of a sobering thought. Many people that I know, people that are poor, people that are disabled, people that are trans, people that are struggling so desperately just to stay afloat, those people are starting to get upset with each other right now. It's really because none of us are okay. And and we're so reactive and we're so responsive to things that seem like the patterns of the people that abused us. A lot of us are suffering really incredible trauma responses due to living in a society that is crumbling, and yet people are still supposed to just pretend like nothing is happening, and people are trying to make it, or they're talking about eradicating us on TV. We're brittle, you guys. We need to remember. We need to remember that we are in this together, okay? All of us are in these terrible places. And sometimes reactive abuse comes out. Sometimes trauma responses are felt inside. And so where we might overreact to something that somebody did, or if someone does or says something, our brains might have the wrong takeaway from it. Because like trauma responses say, oh, this is a pattern I've seen before. And then it's like, oh, this is the pattern that is not safe for me, and I'm going to go into shutdown mode, or freeze, flight, fawn, fight, fight, flight, freeze, fawn. Yeah, one of those. That when we have trauma responses, that's what our nervous systems do. Okay, and we get trauma responses from being shown from having similar things happen to us or put us into a state of mind or something said to us that brings us back to a time of trauma. Also, keep in mind that many of us have these really rich inner lives that feel that are real inside of our heads, but other people, they also have these rich inner lives that might not be the same as ours, but we don't know that because all of the meat bags look the same on the outside. What I want to encourage you to do is especially if you're ADHD or something like that, like I am, I'm seeing lots of my neurodivergent folks saying the wrong thing, and then the other one gets upset and then they leave, and it's a trauma response because they're like, oh, I've seen this pattern before, I'm out. And that's valid, but right now is not the time to throw away our friends over a word choice. Okay, guys, we can talk about that later. All right, please, let's talk about word choice later, things like that. Or say, I need this to be important right now, and then maybe the other person will listen. But you guys, our skin is on inside out. We have to have patience with at least ourselves, because certainly no one else is doing it. Please remember that we are in a time of war, of active people that are trying to war against us. And I want to tell you, it's okay to not be okay. First of all, okay? It's okay to not be okay. In fact, it would be weird if you were. I'm not okay. I mean, I'm okay, but no, fuck no, I'm not okay, right? So, and then two, we are all suffering from complex, different things happening with even the same set of stimuli, and that's tricky. We got to keep that in mind. So just remember that the stimuli might impact them differently than you. So try to ask questions at least. Maybe assume that the person is in good faith at first, and ask a clarifying question and see the way that they respond. But also, just, it's so hard to do that too. It's so hard to have meta communication right now, and I get that. That's why I recommend leaving words alone. Lots of words are ableist, for example, and I get it. And And some people have, it's just, we don't all agree on all of the words yet, and that's okay, because they don't let any of us organize. But what I'm saying is, for now, while the world is burning, while we are in this, while we are under the dome of this presidency, of this horror movie that just keeps getting more personal, and it's at my door now. Please, let's choose love with each other, at least. Or at least a little bit of patience. There's this movie called The Philadelphia Story, and there's a quote from it which is, with the rich and mighty always a little patience. And that's bullshit. They don't need patience. They don't have to spend 16 hours a week on the phone trying to get health insurance that gets denied to them and is being taken away anyway, so what's even the fucking point? You know? It's with the poor and the powerless. Please, some patience, okay? Help them build neural pathways as well, of not being jumped on and thrown away when they do something that they often don't realize is going to harm people, which is sort of that trauma response thing. Like, so it's, you know what I mean? So I just, please, to all of my lovelies, that don't have anything, my lovelies that it's not safe to go outside, please choose each other. Don't leave your communities right now. Maybe put yourself in a halt situation. You know how you're not supposed to make decisions when you're hungry, angry, lonely, or tired? Maybe you should try to do that when when you're under fascism. And sometimes you have to make decisions anyway. I would love to be in halt right now, but I can't. I'm just trying to get out of here. But what I am saying is, don't ditch relationships right now, please. Please try to be there for each other so that they have someone tomorrow, and so you do as well. Okay? Don't throw, because if you throw people away right now, you can't bring in anyone new, because everyone is in turmoil right now. You've got to, can you stick with your roots for a while? Maybe think of yourself as mushrooms even, but like find each other in the dark, in your Discord servers, in your audio messages to each other, with your set up Zoom meetings 4 days from now because you have to figure out adequate stimming materials. I hear you. Please don't leave each other right now. Unless it's for your own safety. And that, please leave for your own safety. It's safety first, fight second. But for now, please know that we all want to be loving and caring for people. And can we just stop disposing of ourselves amongst each other? That's just playing into their game. What if inside of the bubble, what if we got stronger together? What if we banded together to join forces? Just so because two people getting through the day is so much easier. It's just exponentially better than just one. Please be kind to yourselves. Please have patience for yourself, the way that you would for a child, if a child were living in this time. Find your chosen family. Commit. Set up times to hang out. It's time spent that you need to focus on now, okay? Spend time making connections with each other. And it will at least help us get through the day, okay? I love to you.